be the change you want to see. Many times in life we have to let go of ourselves. We have to lose ourselves in order to find our true selves. We hide behind so many things, so many scars, so many lies. And in between all of it is the hidden truth which we're so scared to share. And I've been living in the same scenario, but I want to put myself out there because I believe there's someone out there going through the same thing, needing someone to hear, needing someone to talk to. But in the midst of all of this, you might never find that person. You might find it hard to open up yourself. And it's a battle we all fear to open up to. Now, we all have to start somewhere. And it's wonderful that you have high ambitions, but even stars start as a speck of dust. Lately, it's been a race against time for most of us. The pressure we have mounted greatly, and we feel the need for it to all happen now. The change we solemnly desire, but inadequate resources to grasp onto that which we yearn for. Unfulfilled promises to ourselves, dreams and goals, yet we seek a bountiful harvest. I am one of those people, or I was once one of those people. But I'm slowly finding myself and losing my old self. And that's one of the reasons why I put up this channel, so I can find people like me, lost souls and lost minds that need a voice, need someone to talk to, need someone to listen. Where you believe and feel like you're the only one out there in the world going through whatever it might be you're going through. I just want you to understand there's so many others like you, like me. And we're not alone. Now, I'm also finding ways to get rid of my old ways and habits which got me no results to the things I wanted or needed. Working on a better me and trying to be that proof of greatness. At a young age, King Alexander knew what he needed to do to be a great king even while in exile. I'm honestly not a professional at this, not gonna lie. You can see me fumbling with my words. This is my very first video and I'm even still finding it hard to get my cues together. But I gotta read it. But it doesn't change the fact that these words come from me and I'm trying to reach out to an audience. I'm trying to build out a community. I'm trying to meet somebody at the other end of the phone, the other end of the screen, whatever you might be watching from. I'm not a therapist or a profound psychologist. I'm just a young man trying to figure out life and find my path. And that's not the easiest thing to do so as of today. We are all products of our society, our choices, our every actions and regret. And when I say regret, it's because I have first-hand experience. Sort of like an award if we took an attendance on how many times we failed, or are failed to say. We've all made wrong decisions and led to regret, led to terrible outcomes. I guess we'll all collectively have flying colors in that category if there was a marking scheme for it. Grade each and every one of us according to our failures, and well, at least that makes each and every one of us here a winner in some sort of way. Watching this video right now, I believe, for many of you would laugh or wouldn't agree with me. I just had a flashback of me rehearsing this video before even making it. Before I put up this camera, I had to look for the perfect angle. I tried every single location in my house, but I couldn't find the perfect one. Right now, I'm just saying that, I'm just speaking into the camera. I don't even know if this looked good enough, because if I should check again, I might just shout or scream or bash my head onto the wall. And I don't want to do any of that, honestly. But in the past couple of weeks and months, I've been trying to become a better version of myself. decided to embark on this journey to create content because life got me at a point where I couldn't just run away from it. All my life I've wanted to do this for as long as I can remember, ever since I quit high school, which was like 9-10 years ago. I went from high school a couple of years down and I got into the university. I was done with the university and I still just kept on procrastinating, being lazy to get the things I need to do done. I have a beautiful idea in my head of how I want things to play, how I want things to pan out, but when it comes to executing it, that's where the problem starts. Now, I recently gave my life to Christ completely because I was living in a lie. I was living a life that wasn't truly honorable to God. I was making end meets and all of that. I was making good money by the year, every year, but it wasn't a job that brought honor to God. It wasn't a job that showed forth the wonders of God. I couldn't be proud of myself, neither could God be proud of me for doing such. And so I stopped everything without knowing how I'm going to offend. And a couple of months down the line, I'm still struggling. Honestly, you can tell from my looks, I'm someone who's big into skincare and all of that, but lately it's been so hard to even afford my skincare product. I haven't had a shave or a haircut in over a month now because I can't afford it. I haven't had my hair retwisted or done or taken care of in the way I want it to be because I cannot afford it. Now I'm so ashamed to say all of this because someone I know might come upon this video. But I thought about it. I've been meaning to put out a video, but I don't want to sell you a truth that's not true. I don't want to sell you a lie. I cannot afford therapy, and I just feel like I need somebody to talk to, and there's no better person to talk to than someone who's out there battling the same thing, that's going through the same phase and period in life as I am. Now, I have so many dreams and ambitions, but I cannot keep on having them as a thought, or just allow them to be a dream that I never execute. And this is one of them, and that's why I'm taking this bold step. Before I even made this recording, I quit cigarettes, I quit narcotics, and a whole lot of things I was into, my addictions. But because of how I was frustrated, I went into my study room to make this video, but I couldn't just do it. The whole scene and everything, it wasn't just aesthetically pleasing, and this might not be so aesthetically pleasing either, but I think it's a start. And I want to take that bold step and start. And I'm sorry if that's not aesthetically pleasing enough for anyone out there watching. Promise I'm going to do better with time when I can afford better equipment and all of that. And I know when next I'm going to make another video, I'm going to bash up my head and I'm going to fight with my camera. I'm going to have a difficult time setting it up, but I'm still going to do it in ways because I know and I believe someone will be out there waiting to see what David got to put out next, you know? And I'm just a random kid, honestly, who happened to have popped up on your timeline. And while you took out the time to listen and hear what I have to say or offer, while you're going through your day with so much in your heads, minds, and heart, too heavy to the point where you feel like giving up. I do too, trust me, but I'm still pushing. I do not know how my next meal is going to come, honestly. I'm due with my rent. I do not know how I'm going to pay that, but God got me covered, honestly. I believe in God. And I know right now, even though it seems like everything is not going the way I planned or the way I want it to, or the way I intend for things to go, I believe God is building me and making a better man out of me, making a better man out of the situation. And I believe God just used the situation to hold me down because I'm truly grateful for the things I'm going through, for my pains and my sufferings right now, because it's making me a better man. It's making me to see Jesus. And at the end of all of this, it's going to be Jesus revealed and Jesus glorified. And I want to share that. I want my life to be a true reflection of God. I'm not really perfect at this point. There's nobody perfect. I'm not completely righteous to a point where I'm gonna try and sound like a preacher. I'm still fighting. I'm still building my faith. I'm still building my spirit and all of that. I fall, I fail, and I still get back up, and I still pray and ask God for mercy, because His mercy is always enough. But I'm not gonna use it unwisely. I still battle with things like my addictions. And today, after smoking, I felt bad, honestly. And I was seeing a movie that just got me, in a way, also, like, I almost, the thought of lust and all, I still battle with all of that. But every single day, we fight our battles and we come out victorious as long as we stick to it. We keep onto our vows and we keep onto our consecrations. It's never easy, but it gets better by the day. For each and every one of us, we are all going through something. I'm not different. And while I sit here and make this video, I'm not going to say I've never made a mistake, and I would never want anyone to mistake my life as a perfect life, because I'm not trying to do so. And I'm not someone without blemish. For I have not come to preach nor make it seem all easy. I suffer with my challenges, my fears, my doubts, my lack of faith in the changes I desire to make in my life and the lives of many through this kinds of words of encouragement and guidance. I'm equally lost, to be honest. Thus my reason for creating this page and choosing to follow this path, which sheds light on my growth and my truth. I want to use this medium as a diary where I can televise my journey and bring as many along with me. And we all can have a timestamp of the very moment we decided to make a change in our lives and embrace the commitment. Now, the reason I said we can all have timestamps in our life is because I believe someday I'm going to come back and I'm going to look at this and I'm going to smile. I'm going to have tears of joy in my eyes, because though it was hard, though it was difficult, though it was an awful period in my life, but what made it beautiful, what made it awesome, is the will of God, the mercy of God, and the grace of God. And each and every one who's going to walk with me through this journey, we can all come back someday and say, oh, that's the very first video which started it all, and my community is going to be a multitude. We're going to all be a family, and we would all laugh and make merry of this very moment. And so will you. All through this hard moment, we will all find purpose in our lives, I believe, and fulfill our own paths to greatness. And the second part goes on to emphasize on how perfect a movie is when it's brought to your screens. We never see the reruns, we never see the fails and the flops, the retakes, and everything that went into making that movie. Well, except you watch the behind the scenes. I'm taking you on my behind the scenes, duh. But that's not the point, honestly. My take on this is for everyone to live life holding our heads high above our shoulders. For though we might hit rock bottom, encounter stumbling blocks, and get rolled over by stormy weathers, we should always pick ourselves up and go at it just one more time every single day. That we are blessed with the gift of life by the Creator. We got to lose ourselves in order to find ourselves. I suffer greatly with building connections with people. I suck at being social. It has limited me in so many ways, especially when it comes to making friends and networking. Now, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean I'm a loner, or I'm a weirdo, or people do not like me. I actually have a great personality when you get to know me, but I do not know how to create the bridge. Thus, one of the reasons why it's been so hard for me to start creating those videos, because I always wonder and I always worry what someone else has to say, what someone else would think about me, or think about what I'm doing, or think about the way I look. Now, on this camera, I might not be the best looking guy, but it doesn't change anything. It doesn't stop my words from reaching you and touching you somewhere within your soul, within your heart. And that's what really matters. It's not about my looks, it's not about what I got on, it's not about the fact that I haven't had a shave, or the fact that my face looks the way it is, or whatever the case might be. Or sorry about my accent as well. I'm an African. So if I get tongue-tied sometimes, for those who might find it hard to hear me, please bear with me. But we all have our flaws. We are all imperfectly perfect. That's what makes each and every one of us stand out in our own separate ways, and makes us beautiful and unique and wonderful as the list goes, you know? So, but I do enjoy my own company, honestly. And I've always been an impatient kid with the brightest of ideas, and I'm sorry, but I've got two in my own hands, you know? Oh, you feel me? So, and my life has never been the rosiest, if there's a word like that. And I gotta meet so much baggage and burden. And sometimes I feel very deep within, and I lose myself, I lose sight, and I completely burn and crash. And in the midst of all the noise, I've always kicked myself the most for not finding my purpose and passion. I want to say so many things, and yet I never did any. Not for once, and I know some may feel sad for me. Some of you might feel really sad for me, because you might think you have life bad. You might think things are going so hard for you, things are so rough for you. The year has been another failure. But do not ever imagine or think that nobody got it more worse than you do, because truthfully, someone got it worse than you do. Your life right now might be someone's testimony. Your life right now might be someone's prayer points, might be someone's desire. Though I might be going through my own piece of cake and whatever that life has thrown at me, I know I contributed greatly to why I'm in this situation, and then the other things around me. But I'm not going to sit here and just wallow in my shame anymore, wallow in my pity anymore, wallow in my pains anymore. No, I'm not going to be that guy anymore. I'm not going to be that David anymore. This is December. I decided to go into content creation in like June, July. I did everything I needed to do. I bought some gears I could work with, but then I just fell back into my same life of complaints, laziness, procrastinations, and just wallowing in my own shambles and critiquing everybody else but not doing anything, trying to say, oh, you could do this better, or trying to point fingers at this other person or that person who's actually trying. But I'm just sitting here just doing nothing, laying on my bed every single day, gallivanting through Instagram or social medias, crying myself to sleep some days, biting hard on my pillows, screaming into the ceilings and whatever. It doesn't get any better. That's not the life I want, and that's not the life I want for anyone at the back of the screen. We can all do better. We can all do better. But I'm done with that phase of my life, actually. Sorry if I'm yapping too much. And I'm moving on to great things. I hate the fact that it took me so long to realize I've suffered from imposter syndrome, always feeling like I can do so much and contribute so much to the world and my community that I've drowned in fear of failure. I've asked these questions like a million times. Like, will I ever make it? Honestly, there were days where I cried myself to sleep. I was soaked in fear, thinking, can I ever rise from this failure? Can I ever rise to be something great, to be something better? But yes, I can. And that's why I'm deciding, and I'm decided to do so. And I'm bringing each and every one of you along with me. And I believe I'll be successful. I believe I'll pursue my dreams. And I'm here to prove to my own self that I can be better. And take up the challenge, take up the task, and make something out of this. Nobody. And I know a whole lot of you didn't know me just a few minutes ago, a few seconds ago. And obviously, but with the grace of God and the love and support from many, and each and every one of you, I believe I can achieve my goals and also help everyone else achieve theirs in every little way I can support. I may not be able to do much, but I hope my words can ignite that spark that burns your flames and causes your light to shine. Just as mine And I saw this post recently that encouraged us to leave the company of the unhappy and unsatisfied. And if I'm not mistaken, otherwise, we get sucked in and become unhappy. Because there are some people that cannot be saved. Honestly, you cannot save everybody. But for me, I was my own person. I was the unhappy and the unsatisfied, like the Bible says. Whosoever who desires to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you literally have to lose your life by ending it, no. But you have to be purpose driven and tying your purpose to a divine source, which makes it even easier. Attaching meaning to your goal, because when you think about it, there's so much weighing each and every one of us down. And we can bring these ideals, mentalities, and values into our new phase. We want to be purpose-driven individuals, special and unique, not forgetting the abundance of greatness and beauty we can put into the world. I say be that change you want to see, make the difference, be different, and stand out and stand tall. And in the little time we have, just make merry, and no one is promised tomorrow. We shouldn't be proud and arrogant and say, no, I'll do it tomorrow. We say, by the will of God, we do it tomorrow, because it's not ours, it's not promised, tomorrow doesn't owe us tomorrow. Make good use of the time we have, then make it worth it while. And then the truth is, we've always been hard on ourselves too. Most of us have been hard on ourselves. I have. And so many a times for dumb reasons even, which is not so. And I'm tired and exhausted, honestly. And I don't want to be that guy anymore. I want to laugh, I want to cry tears of joy. But also I want to have the willpower to navigate through sad times and tribulations. Because in the end, we always come out triumphant. So if you got this far, I just want to take the time to introduce myself. I'm David Hyatt, and I'm a creative designer, a creative director, I'm a fashion designer, and a stylist. And I welcome you all on my journey. And I love it to be us as well. And I hope it made you laugh. I hope it inspired you to channel the right energy to grow and build your future. And I want to raise a community with like-minded individuals to grow and succeed together. I'm very grateful. And I want to say also, one of the cheapest and the most affordable commodity out there is kindness. So I want to urge each and every one of us to be kind to the people around us, to the people close to us, our loved ones, and people going through difficult times. Never make a mockery of anyone's situation. Never make a jest of anyone's plight, and never feel like you got it better than anyone, because you never know what tomorrow holds. And I love you, each and every one of you took out the time, and I really want to encourage those who love my content to like and share and subscribe. And I promise I'll be putting out more and better videos and content in relation to my growth and my devotion to be a better person. And I hope I can inspire people and everyone too. And thank you so much, and I love you all, and thank you once again for taking out the time